Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I'm the Brofect One AJ, and we are just going to go ahead and get right into it because we do have some breaking news coming at us. Adam Schefter reporting that seven-time Pro Bowler wide receiver Julio Jones is signing a one-year deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Per source, the soon-to-be 45-time Brady will now have a chance to throw to the 33-year-old Jones because that's all that he cares about. This is dope. This is great. Julio Jones, he is a younger player, 33 years old, definitely towards the end of his wide receiver run, as we do see wide receivers around that age, start to pitter off a little bit. Had a rough run with the Titans last year. No joke about that. He just didn't look good against the Titans, but honestly, that system isn't meant to have a star wide receiver like that. That system is a running system and they get the ball to the receivers when they just have some good play action. But he also only played 10 games last season, 31 catches, 434 yards, one touchdown with the Titans. Obviously, different type of quarterback throwing to Julio Jones, a much more comfortable in the pocket, gets the ball out quicker. It'll be interesting to see what Tommy does with him. This is going to be Julio joining the ranks of Godwin and Evans. Honestly, that team down there in Tampa is starting to look even scarier by the day. It's one of those things. As long as Tom Brady's in this league, can we really ever count him out? I don't think so anymore. I don't. Then again, I've never thought so. It's hard to bet against Brady, especially when you start talking about his stats. You know what I mean? He is more likely to make the Super Bowl, I believe, than Steph Curry is to make a three. Every year that he misses the Super Bowl, he comes back and wins it the next year. Tom Brady is just something else, and what he's done with the Buccaneers, who used to be one of the worst teams in the league, and just completely turning that around, turning the culture around and everything. He's only going to make Julio better because everything Tom touches just gets better. The crypto market's one thing, but, Tom Brady's the GOAT for a reason. And Julio Jones, he had great years with Matty Ice up there in Atlanta with the Falcons. Obviously, that Super Bowl run where it ended poorly, thanks to Tom, I believe, actually. So nice to see Julio going to a quarterback like Tom Brady. And this is a nice little replacement for Tom. This is obviously, he has so many weapons down there in Tampa. He's not really going to miss Gronkowski when it comes down to it. But at the end of the day, you still need someone to throw to, someone you're comfortable with. And I think they're going to be able to develop a good chemistry, as if he isn't comfortable enough with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. The Buccaneers are scary again. It's kind of like the Patriots, Fuck me, the team's good again. Like, what can you do? As long as Belichick's up there in New England and Tom Brady's in the league, those two teams are always going to be in the hunt and always going to be scary. I really can't believe it. And now this makes me kind of wonder about Gronk a little bit. Because Gronkowski, he's one of those guys. I'm starting to lean on the side. I don't think he's done. I really don't think he's done yet. I think we might see him later in the season. Season's going well. Tom maybe gives him a little call. Hey, bud, how's it going? How's the workouts? You want to, come play catch with me? I got my bye week this week, Let's just play some catch, have a beer or two, and chill out. And then, conversations happen, and then we see Gronk back on the team. I could see it. I really could, especially when you add the likes of Julio Jones. And then let's say maybe, someone does get injured or something, and Tom does a Hail Mary call to him. It's completely believable that I don't think we've seen the last of Gronkowski. But beyond that, Julio Jones, super stoked for him to be on the Buccaneers and have Tom throw to him. It's going to be great. I promise you already I'm going to go ahead and slam Julio over on yards the first week because they're going excuse me, sorry, doing two things at once. What they're going to do is he's going to make him feel comfortable. He is going to make sure he feels like he belongs there. He's going to make sure he feels like he's accepted there, he's wanted there, and then he can make a big difference there. And I think that's what we're going to end up seeing with Julio Jones there. It's truly, truly great for all parties that's involved. It really is. I don't see this going bad either way. And really, it can't. 1 year probably on vet men if I was to be a betting man, which I am. Yeah, I mean, really great deal for the Buccaneers. I just wanted to pull up Buccaneers still at plus 700 to win the Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills, the only team ahead of them. This is going to be at Caesars Sportsbook. Green Bay Packers and Chiefs not behind at 1,000, 1,100. Rams at 1,100. Niners at 1,600. That one's a little interesting considering Trey Lance is going to be the starter as Jimmy G is going to search for a trade or he's going to be a backup. But regardless, Buccaneers looking strong, building that roster stronger as they always do. They seem to be very good at that. And we'll see what happens with them. Can't wait. Julio Jones, probably a good look to pick at for fantasy right now. I wouldn't mind me some Julio Jones. You can probably get him late rounds and, snipe him. That's probably going to be one of my top 10 sleepers. I'll release a video on that later. But thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Help us fight that YouTube algorithm. Follow us on the Twitter at DGenTakes for the show. At Brofict1 for myself. We got some merch like this dope tank. Go ahead, check it out down below in the link. And yeah, with that being said, I've been the Brofict1 AJ. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.